Adrian, and welcome to Kiwi's Crochet Corner. If you are new to my channel, I usually do yarn and crochet content. Occasionally I'll talk a little bit about knit. Still haven't finished or still haven't figured out how to do that yet, but I'm working on it. And if you're not new to my channel and you've been watching for a while, thanks for coming in. Thanks for, keeping up with my channel. I really do appreciate it.
Alright, take two, because I recorded this and didn't realize that my mic wasn't configured. So yeah, every time my computer decides to run an update, I have to reconfigure my microphone, otherwise there's no audio to my videos. Anyways, welcome to another edition of WIP Wednesday. Of course, for me, it is Tuesday. But I've got quite a few things to show you guys. So if you're unfamiliar with how my WIP Wednesday videos work, usually I will show you guys what I've finished, and then I will talk about what I'm going to be working on for the upcoming week. So this week has been a pretty busy week. Friday and Saturday, I probably spent maybe 10 to 12 hours just sitting straight working on the static blanket, which I did get finished. And for those of you that are curious, no, there was no pattern. It was just straight double crochet. And I'll put some pictures up here or up here, I don't know, one side or the other, I don't know, so that you guys can see it, because it weighs just over 6 pounds and I've already packed it away. I did list it in my Etsy shop if anybody who doesn't crochet is interested, but it was a very expensive piece to make, so it is also a very expensive piece to purchase. That being said, some of the other things that I got finished, so most of you guys know that I am planning on doing a market in October. And so I've been watching a lot of videos on market prep from some other different YouTubers, and I came across this leggy frog pattern, and this one is really small. I used a 3.5 millimeter hook with some scrap red heart super saver that I had to make this guy. And he's got the camo green thing. I don't know if you guys can see his little smile. It's a little dark in here. My son, he just started his first day of work today, and he's so sweet. He went and ordered me a new camera because my other one just decided to die. That way, when it gets here, I'll be able to go sit at the ring light, or outside on the balcony like I was doing, and the lighting will be better. Kid can be so sweet when he wants to be. But anyways, so I made this little guy, finished him up, and if anybody's interested, I will put all of the links to all of the patterns that I talk about in the description box below, just so you know. And probably yarns too, if I like this. I know this is Red Heart Super Saver. It feels like Red Heart Super Saver. But like these guys, I don't know what kind of yarn this is. I know it's acrylic, but it was some yarn that I pulled out of my scrap bin. Now with these guys, these two bigger ones, I put, there's this natural hole in their hand when you make them, and I thought that would be cute if I put a suction cup in it. But my next question is should I go ahead and just leave it with one suction cup? I don't know if I like that. I'm thinking that I need to put 2 suction cups, one in each hand, so that they can suction cup to the windows. I thought that was a cute idea. It's not something that I've seen anybody do with these leggy frogs, but I did make 2 of these, and I do have enough scrap yarn to make a third one. And so I thought that I would do that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should just leave it with one suction cup or go ahead and put two? I did order some smaller ones. I thought these were a little large. So I ordered some, I think they're like 0.8 inches around or 20 millimeters around, something like that. They're a little bit smaller than these. But I got like 100 of them for I think $5, and I'm thinking maybe those will be small enough to put in maybe these guys' ones there in their hands. I think that's so cute an idea to be able to suction cup these guys to your windows. So aside from working on the blanket over the weekend and finishing up these guys, which these were a real quick make. Like I think I made all 3 of these in just a couple of hours. I also started the little owl. This little owl is from the book that Miss Beverly sent me, and I started this guy I think Sunday. I still have to make his ears and his wings and feet. But I'm making him out of scrap yarn as well. I know this is Red Heart Super Saver. I think this is Red Heart Super Saver, although it is much softer. And I think this is a vintage yarn that I had scraps of. I'm not really sure what this one is, but these are the colors I'm using for the owl. And they're all balls of scrap yarn. I've been using the smaller amigurumi to kind of break up the monotony of larger projects. And eventually, I'm planning on filling this box up with smaller amigurumi, kind of like pocket-sized amigurumi. I did put the whales that I showed you guys a couple weeks ago. These guys I showed a couple weeks ago, and the little Dumbo octopi is also in here. And I'm just filling this box up for, you know, the craft market to have some kind of smaller pieces available during the craft market. So I am working on that. And then last week I mentioned this little teddy bear. Now she is still not finished, and I think I'm gonna make another one in a different color scheme. She still needs a dress. Her dress is this denim blue color. Which is actually kind of showing up a navy-ish color. But the yarn is actually kind of a denim color. And she wears a little blue dress over the top of this. And this is that kind of poo green color that I talked about last week. Or squished baby peas or whatever. And she's got some like darker green, kind of like a pine needle green color shoes and for her headband. But I think I'm going to do, which this did not stay woven in, but that's okay. It's just a headband. It'll be fine. You know, I think she's going to be cute, but I do want to do another one in a different color scheme. Maybe do a white teddy bear in coral and maybe gray even. Or maybe a gray teddy bear with like coral and white for the dress or something. I don't know. You guys let me know what you think as far as color schemes, because I want to make probably, I want like at least 2, maybe 3 of these for the market. It's a little bit bigger. I am using a 3.5 millimeter and a DK weight yarn for this. But she's almost finished. Let's see. So, and then last night, I got bored with working on amigurumi. So, I started a baby dress, or a toddler dress. It was a 4T. And I just pulled out some random yarn that I had gotten at the thrift store. It was Patton's Beehive Baby Sport. And I thought, well, I'll make the top half out of the white, which was the Patton's, and then I wanted to make the skirt part using Yarn Bee Yarntopia in the color Spice. Of course, that is a discontinued yarn, but I had 2 of them, so I was like, it'll be great, it'll be fine. Except halfway through the pattern, I realized that this was not going to be something that I'd be able to work like you would a normal toddler dress. It's not top down. In fact, the way the pattern was worked, it starts like at the waist or at the bottom of the bodice, and you work up one panel, and then in the back you do the same thing. You work up from the bottom of the bodice, and you work up. And I thought, it'll be okay, I'll have enough yarn, but of course I ran out of the patterns. And then I went digging in my yarn stash trying to find anything that would substitute it. Couldn't find anything that was even remotely a decent substitute, just to finish one little portion of it. So I don't know. I stuffed it in the in a Ziploc bag and labeled it, and maybe I'll get around to it. Maybe I'll eventually get the yarn to finish it. If not, that's fine too. The idea was to use up some of the, thrift store yarn that I have. The intent was not to have to go buy more yarn to finish a project. I'm not currently in a situation where I could just be spending money on yarn right now. So I'm trying to use up some of the yarns that I have. So I put that one away. And then I started, y'all seen, I showed you guys the wool select that I had bought some time ago. I've done, I think, two or three premiere yarn haul videos, and I know in at least 2 of them I bought wool select. I was super impressed with this wool select yarn. So when the toddler dress didn't work out the way I had planned it last night, I started this sweater, and it is a pattern, a free pattern available on Garn Studio, and I'll link it below because there's not much to see just yet, but this is probably going to be my larger project for the week that I break up with amigurumi pieces. I am using the Premier Wool Select in 4 different colors. I'm sorry about the crinkling, guys. I should have kept these out. I didn't know that the last take was gonna not have any audio. So after this color is vanilla, and then this color is the linen. So I'm going to be using this one next. And I wanted to go from light to dark. This sweater is worked from the top down. And my next question is for you guys. I know I'm asking a whole bunch of questions in this video. The idea is to go from light to dark. However, the next 2 colors is blue and purple. So I don't know if I should do it, these 2, and then the blue, if I can pick it up at the same time, if I should do it like this, or if I should do it like this, because these purple colors, or the purple, kind of goes well with the linen. The only thing is that throws off the whole going from light to dark. So y'all let me know in the comments. Do you think I should do it this way, with the blue first, or should I, or the blue third, I guess, or should I do it this way with the purple? I know the lighting is thrown off really well, and the colors aren't showing up properly because like I said, because my camera died, I'm having to do this over the laptop, and lighting is not great. That's why I have this thing. This side of the room is just not great with lighting. But if you guys can, please let me know what you think, which one would go better. And hopefully, I'm pretty sure, this is going to be my large project for the week. um, that I'll, you know, break up between, working on amigurumi. There's not really much to show. This pattern is, I will say this pattern seems super complicated because it's a diagram pattern. In fact, all of the patterns that I'm aware of off of Garden Studio are diagram patterns. But you start out like this and you work in a round. Eventually you section off this side for the sleeve and this side from a sleeve, and it gives you a sweater. I've never done this pattern. And if you've never worked from a diagram, I do have a like it's not really a tutorial, a how to work from a diagram video, which I'll put in here somewhere, or maybe it's up there. I don't know because it's backwards. I don't remember which. I think it'll pop up over here. um, but I will say that working from a diagram is a bit slower than working from a written pattern, because if you're like me, you don't ever remember what the symbol stands for. And in some patterns, some diagram patterns, the symbol is actually different than what it is in others. So I always have to, especially with me, because I do most of them on the screen on my computer. So I'm switching back and forth tabs. If I can't remember what the symbol is, I'm switching back and forth. And yeah, it's much slower going for me than following a written pattern or just pulling it out of my head. But some of the most beautiful patterns I have ever seen, I have found on the Garden Studio website. As far as wearables go, some of the most beautiful patterns that I've seen have come from that website, and they're all free. They do recommend drops yarn, which is not something that I can. I don't think I have any of it. I am familiar with it, but I've never had it. And it's a higher quality yarn, and it ships from overseas, so it's expensive to get. So a lot of times I will do their patterns with a yarn that I've substituted, which is exactly what I'm doing with this one. The yarn that the pattern calls for is actually 100% alpaca, which, speaking of alpaca, I am a little bit disappointed with Hirschner's. I got an email yesterday saying that my mill-ends had been discontinued. Initially, when I ordered them, they said that they would be on back order, so I'm not getting any of the Hirschner's mill-ends. Well, I'm not getting the merino or the alpaca mill-ends, which I had ordered some time ago, specifically to do a yarn swap with someone, and I actually borrowed that money from my dad. So, I mean, on the bright side, I can give my dad his money back, or I can, I don't know, do something with it, or save it. But I'd actually borrowed the money from my dad so that I could get the same mill-ends that Sarah was getting, and then we could swap and see which colors we got. The only thing I got out of my order was the cotton ones, and they were all the same. And I actually like them, but we worked out something for our yarn swap. So you guys can keep an eye out for another yarn swap video within the next couple of weeks. I don't know when we're actually gonna ship it out. But maybe that's what I'll use some of the money that they're refunding me to ship out her box. Another thing is, I guess this is also turned into an updates video. Another thing is I am still, collecting items and things to do a 1K giveaway. So keep an eye out for that. And then at the end of this month, I will still be doing my monthly giveaway. I don't have a clue as to what's in it, though. I haven't gone through my yarn or looked at what I'm going to put in it. And then another thing that I did want to mention to you guys is I am a Christmas in July fairy. And I did post a Christmas in July fairy video. In that video is linked a playlist to all of the other fairies. And if you guys don't know what that is, it is a like worldwide giveaway collaboration. So you guys should go check out that playlist. In fact, I will link that playlist again in this video in case anybody is interested. And I think that's about it, guys. I'm pretty sure that's about it. I think that's all I got for y'all today. I know to me it seems like a lot. This is a longer WIP Wednesday video. But anyways, yeah, I will let you guys go. I hope you all have a wonderful Wednesday. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow for things we're making Thursday. Bye, guys.